Hey guys, it's Scott here from God Play, and still be playing the twin stick shooter Crimsonland from 10 Tons Limited. So this particular game was previously being released onto the PC, PlayStation 4 and PS Vita, but now here it is on the Xbox One. So I'm just going to give you sort of a quick rundown of what you can expect. So to start off with, Crimsonland has got two main gameplay modes. You've got quests, which in a sense is a bit like a campaign mode, and then it's got the survival mode. So I'll start off by showing the quest mode, or campaign mode if you prefer, which is a mission-based gameplay mode which sees you defeat everything on screen. So the objective, like I mentioned, is to kill everything on the screen, and this is monitored by the progress bar at the top of the screen, and the more enemies you kill, the more it fills up. And then once the green bar has reached all the way to the end, it's then deemed as level complete, as illustrated here. When you complete levels, depending on what particular level it is, you can unlock new weapons. So for example, after finishing level 1, I've then unlocked the machine gun, which I will then gain access to in level 2. So to start off with, in every mission, you only start off with the basic weapon, which is a pistol. But then as you defeat more monsters and enemies that appear on the screen, you then unlock additional weapons, which then become, as you can just see here, usable in the main game. And once you pick up a weapon, you will keep that weapon throughout the entire level until you pick up another weapon, which is a pretty cool feature. But it can also be a drawback, as some weapons can be a lot easier to use. For example, the pistol is quite easy to use, but it's very slow. The machine gun, a bit more difficult to handle, but it fires more bullets and takes longer to reload. So there's pros and cons to each type of weapon that you can get. And as you can see here, we've got different types of monsters that are interacting with us. There's the small thin ones, and then there is the larger ones. Now going back to the weapons for a moment, when you do pick up a new weapon, it replaces the one that you're currently holding. But if you do want to change weapon again, you can just walk back over another weapon that appears and it will change back. Now usually once you've unlocked quite a fair few weapons, which is achieved by progressing through the game, you'll then see lots of different weapons appearing on the screen. Now as you just saw there are different power-ups that you can collect and use. So when these power-ups do appear, you just walk over them and they will instantly become available. Now there's quite a lot of different power-ups in the game, such as the nuclear bomb one that detonates everything nearby, and then there's also ones that fire out short bursts randomly all the way. If you've played 10 Tons Limited other games such as Sparkle, then some of these abilities may look familiar, as it uses the same style and design. But in a sense, this is what the main campaign offers. It's a simple mission-based objective whereby you've just got to kill everything that appears and just progress through the game. And as you do progress through the game, you will unlock more weapons, more perks, more power-ups, and then eventually you'll unlock the harder difficulty modes. But interestingly enough, there's also different gameplay modes that you can unlock. For example, when you complete certain levels in the campaign mode, you'll then unlock additional modes for survival mode, which is what we'll take a look at next. So survival mode is pretty much what it says on the tin. You've got to survive as long as possible and obtain the highest score so that you can upload it to the interwebs and show all your friends and everyone else across the world. When it comes to survival mode though, a lot of different weapons are unlocked and a lot of different power-ups are unlocked, and you'll also see enemies that you've never encountered before. For example, we only played through in this video up to level 3. But here we are with spider enemies, which we've never seen before, and as you can probably guess, these different enemies do attack in different patterns and attack in different ways and formats. For example, the spiders can crawl up quite quickly to you, whereas the slower ones such as the big beasts take longer to get to you. And of course, these particular spider ones generate hubs which take longer for you to destroy. Now yet again, when it comes to survival mode, despite the fact that there's millions, maybe not millions, but quite a lot of enemies on screen, there is still a progress bar at the top which fills up, and as it fills up you'll then go up levels, which in a sense unlocks more points, more enemies and more weapons for you to play about with during the survival aspect. So I'll just leave it to play for a couple of minutes so you can see some of the perks and bonuses that you can unlock while playing the game. So as you can see, while playing survival mode, you'll then unlock additional perks which become part of your character for use in this particular mode. But as soon as you die, they will not become usable throughout any other gameplay mode, which is a bit of a shame, but it gives you that incentive to come back and try again. Now as you can see here, there's plenty of enemies on screen and there's also plenty of blood, because obviously I've been killing quite a lot. But in a sense, this is the principle of Crimsonland. It is a twin stick shooter whereby you use the left analog stick to move around and the right analog stick to angle the weapon, and then really in a sense any other button on the control pad to fire. But there's lots of different gameplay modes and it can take a while to get used to, but when you get down to it, it is quite fun. So that's what we can expect from Crimsonland, which is now available for the Xbox One.